Hi, this is Vincent from Anathema. You're watching All the Rage TV.
And I feel like I knew you before.
Sometimes you can have an idea that sounds like melancholic, but at the same time it's kind of joyful. And the more you push the intensity of that idea, the more you get out of each emotion, you know. For example, Untouchable Part 2, track 2 on the record, it starts off quite dark and sad, but it ends on the same chords, you know, they're the same chords, but the intensity is pushed to such a degree that it doesn't sound sad anymore, it just sounds more intense, you know. A lot of people say, you know, there's some light and shade on this record, and I think there is, but I think it's more colourful, really. It's not just like light here, dark here. It pushes into different extremes, you know, that kind of thing. It's more diverse, really, as a record, I suppose. Christer Andre Sederberg. We'd known him for the last couple of years through our friend Petter Carlson. His album Clocks Don't Count, second album, such a pristine quality production. And it's natural, warm, it's not overproduced, you know, it just sounds real, you know. It was something we never really experienced with anybody before, any producer or anything. And he just felt like one of us, you know, chemically, you know, as well as creatively. The techniques that Christer employs, and also the engineer in the first studio we went to in Liverpool, is a place called Park Street Studios. It's a legendary place, recorded some very classic albums there. Some of the biggest artists in the world have recorded there, you know, it's a really big place. And she was putting microphones everywhere, Andrea, you know, it's just really good on the ceiling, it's like you could put like ambient mics inside the grand piano to record the drums, that kind of thing, and vice versa, you know. So the whole thing felt like one whole, you know. Sometimes it's a case of not overproducing things, it's just a case of mic placement. Good microphones, good placement, the simple techniques of sound recording, really. And then you get the clarity of production, so it gives you more options later on. You know, the more you throw into your production early, the less options you have later on. So it's good to just have things just right, you know. In terms of actual consecutive days, it was quite quick compared to the last one. But the difference was we recorded it in different sessions, and at the same time as well, we were recording another album called Falling Deeper with the orchestral album. Inside of the artwork, the rest of the package, you can see it's more connected to the metaphor of weather systems. The cover is a little bit more abstract and dreamlike and a little bit surreal, because we deliberately didn't want it to be too obvious. The concept itself came from 4 songs that we started around the time of We're Here Because We're Here, which was The Gathering of the Clouds, Lightning Song, Sunlight and the Storm Before the Calm. Those 4 songs were always meant to run in sequence and not ever meant to be separated from each other, so we knew that they were going to be the foundation for this record. The metaphor is extended more acutely through those songs, especially because of the titles of these songs and some of the lyrics. But in actual fact, I think all of them are connected in a certain way to our internal landscapes, if you like, or our emotional turbulences that we go through in all kinds of ways in life, and they all have that intensity to them, you know. So in a sense they're all connected, but it's not a concept album as such, you know, with a narrative from start to finish. It's different shades of things, or colours, inspired by real events and real people. We've been around love, fear, death, you know, madness. Well, it's not just the identifying part as well. Let's say, for example, in any form of art, though, especially like poetry or lyrics or in music, sometimes if you're going through a certain period of your life where you really feel like alone, and if you find something in a song or in a poem or something that basically explains how you're feeling, then it makes you feel less alone in life, you know. I can explain what the song's about and what they mean to me, but I would prefer not to talk about the specifics involved, you know. And besides, some of it's subjective anyway, you know, some of it's kind of more dreamlike, so it's open, you know. Yeah, we're playing Made Second on the Bataclan, which is another milestone in places to headline in Paris. But for now, I'm just happy just to be getting back out there and reacquainting ourselves with everybody and playing a full, fun night, you know.